What's up, everybody? Instagram, TikTok, Zoom, welcome. I'm Yogi Chris, captain of IMC Nation here in Las Vegas, one of the captains, two captains. This is base one, kitchen area. You got some dormitory rooms in the back. That's where guys come and stay residency. You know what I'm saying? So I have the privilege and the responsibility of communicating with everybody that's possible from IMC Base One, where I've been trained from AZD. That's where you follow all these accounts. The Tattooed Guide, Bald Guide, Spitting Wisdom's got colored contacts now, the new clips. And I lived with him for 3.5 years in San Jose, where he was raised, and then 2 years here in Vegas, and trained with him every day. The studio's upstairs. That's where you see the clips come from. So over the years, I've probably around 10,000 guys I've communicated with, at least over message, and then on phones, on these Zoom streams, so many, and then in person, hundreds. And so that's why it's a privilege and a responsibility, because I have some patterns that I report to you guys inside IMC Nation. That's what this stream is. I'm at the epicenter. If AZD is special, I'm special. And so let me tell you, AZD is hella special, super special. Maybe not like special, maybe not even special in a sense that other people can't achieve what he's doing. But in evidence, he's an anomaly. And look around, I'm still waiting for people to show me evidence. The most passionate guys that are like, other guys are doing it, and when it comes time to send evidence, like, who is it, name the person, send me a link, like, nobody's got any evidence. So there's nobody doing what AZD's doing, and I'm here close saying it appears to be effortless. A little bit of hiccups that come with evolution, like if you hurt your elbow a little bit grappling, well, okay, so you ice it and fix it, and a week later, like, so he's a real guy that goes through real things, but he doesn't break, he doesn't collapse. When his body breaks, his state of mind doesn't break. So as a testament of living close to that guy and studying him for years, even before that, it's a real thing. He's real. And so I'm next to a guy that's got 10 girlfriends that has a list of other women. And it's just, they're lining up. They want to be there. And he's doing it with no effort. And I'm in field. I'm in the venues. I even have interacted with some of the same girls. It's a big contrast. That's why I called this stream Measure Your Game with Contrast. Contact reality through contrast, because I'm reporting patterns to you. So I talk with lots of guys all over about their patterns. And so something even came up recurring today is guys think that the girl likes them because it's going good. They're in dialogue. She's asking a question. She's, participating, basically. The female of beauty, like, I doubt that they're dealing with exceptional beauty, but someone that they consider fine, that they're trying to get with, basically. And just any interest, any conversation, any time given, they're assuming it's going good, it's attraction. And then not understanding why it's not panning out. Why at the end of him approaching her, she's like, I got a boyfriend, I don't want to exchange contact. And he's confused that, after so long, many minutes of interacting, and she was engaging and he was engaging and blah, 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 that he couldn't sense the pressure that she felt. He couldn't sense that she was a tourist. He couldn't sense that he's pushing himself on her. And what do you think the immediate response is going to be? You approach enough girls and you'll get laid doing that. But you're never going to get the fine woman. And if you do, she's look out for that. Listen to Mona Lisa Smile from Lil Wayne. She's either not that fine or she's using you tremendously, more than you would want to be used. I want to be used by my woman. I don't want her to use any other guy. Use me, no other guy. I'm strong enough, use me. Straight AZD philosophy. But not if you're going to be using other guys too. Then don't use me at all. That's where guys don't have standards. If she's with other guys, you don't cut her off because you don't have enough options for that. It's too valuable to you. And same with the other guy who's interacting at the gym or whatever. Good conversation, back and forth, asks about some things, even offers to do the workout. And sometimes you'll come across this, if you don't lead properly, she may be into it. She's giving you the green lights, and your hesitation or your patterns of dealing with a woman like that looks that good to you, and you don't lead. And then the window closes. Within one moment, she's not going to give you many chances, bro. That's where game comes in. And then you got to actually conquer. So he thinks the conversation was going good. He doesn't understand. He's frustrated why he messages her, she messages once back, and then flakes on the messages. Then he deletes the message because he's all like bitter about it. We've seen that pattern. He approaches the girl, she kind of rejects, like, who are you? And he just turns and runs. We had to work out together. She didn't respond. He deletes it. Okay. All right, bro. She meant a lot to you, bro. That's why she didn't respond. She wanted to see how much she meant to you. She doesn't know that. She's not like consciously planning it out. Maybe she went to a dating seminar or something, but it's nature. She didn't have to go to a dating seminar. She's holding the dating seminar in her. If the game wasn't that strong in person, she's not going to respond. She either wasn't interested or she was kind of interested, but the way that you followed up with it, she, you know, and then if you are weak after that, then there's no more chances. And that's what happened. So guys are mismeasuring what attraction is in reality. That's why I say through contrast. When you come to Vegas and you see what AZD is doing, you'll see that he's moving his arms and his legs. He's speaking with his voice just the same as you are, but different timing, different word choice, different facial expressions, and a totally different feeling. He's how he feels about himself. It's not fake, but it's like mythic level. It would be if you saw a tarot reading or somebody gave you some astrology reading, as far out as they could go. Like that language, he lives in that, and he embodies it, exists in it. He won't let anybody tell him otherwise, and he holds that and gets results. He's been holding that for 20 years or so. So he shows us the maps and the templates of thinking in the classes. But then when you go in field, in person, and you feel the pressure of the noise, the music, the girls, and you start to see that he's creating a completely different effect. And you are the longer you stay, that's why I say 3 to 7 days at least. And if you can stay longer, for sure, move to Vegas if you want to master game. There's no hope for anybody mastering game outside of being around AZD, because his contact with reality is as true as, a straight samurai sword that cuts to the molecule. It's a true blade. His game is true, truer than anything you'll find on the internet. And if that's a fact, then you as a guy, just like him as a guy, could interact and get miraculous results. Girls reveal so much. They escalate so fast. They fall in love. They give up their lives and change their whole lives just to be with him. And they legitimately get better, more intelligent, more communicative, better looking, and they develop a life that they have no need to interact with other men. His women don't interact with other men. So when we say he has 10 girlfriends, he has 10 girls that he protects, guides, takes care of. Meanwhile, they work with him, for him in his women's spa, and develop a life outside of any interactions with men. Then he's got a bunch of other women that want to be with him, but they're still in the world working as women do. And he's been this way since before I knew him 10 years ago. Although less evolved. He's more evolved now than he was 10 years ago, as we all are, much more. My contact with him has evolved me 10,000 times more than I ever would have evolved on my own, which means it would have taken me hundreds of lifetimes, if I could remember my evolution, to do it. It's a fact. I understand what evolution is more than, bro, I'm a PhD of environmental sciences. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So contact reality through contrast. What do you guys think about that? New membership request, AZD University, everybody. There's the free members area and the paid members area now in the same place. Plus, we added some new stuff to the free. So you should check it out. DM me if you want to get on that. What do you guys think? We got people across all these platforms. You've been on the whole time. I've been watching. Or something else. You guys watch these clips. I'm captain of the movement. I created these accounts. I have the staff create the clips. We put it out, grow these accounts. So you guys get contact through the ideas. But that's what we see. The guys I talked to today, both of them have a lot of contact with the ideas. One of them's in the members area, but they're both foreign. Not like Zimbabwe foreign, like Ireland and Canada foreign. Both very westernized, intelligent men, careers, and been around game for a long time. The problem is that game is the other direction as where it points. Nobody's got game. Who do you know? And it's contrast, because how would you know someone was a better fighter than someone else? They fight each other. And when you see one guy beat one guy, guy B beats guy A, then guy C beats guy B, then guy C also beats guy D, but then guy B beats guy C. And you see in a ladder of progression, somebody's better. Now, you can't have all the so-called players and pimps and pickup artists and Macs all around the world all compete together like that. First of all, most of them don't even give a shit. Well, some of them don't give a shit. A lot of them do, but they wouldn't even show up to a competition if there was one. So you got to measure by something else, the results, the looks of the woman. At the end of the day, how fine are the women? And then how many? And then how long are they with the guy? And what does that evolution look like? If they haven't been around long enough for the girl to evolve into a better version of herself, then it's not even worth mentioning. And then if it is, I don't know how long that is, 6 months, 2 years. AZD's got a 20-year relationship, 17-year relationship. So it's contacts through contrast. When you see the difference that he makes on women, when you feel the difference in the presence. Okay, he's messaging real quick. Okay. All right. It had to do with all these requests to the university. Okay, what do you guys think about that? So one of the biggest frustrations, and it's one of those things that guys will really kick themselves later if they ever see it. Um, is that they just there's always going to be a frustration in seducing the woman if you cannot measure her emotional state. You won't be able to influence her. You can force her. She may agree sometimes when it's not a clean, smooth influence. Like she's influence is supposed to be just like lead from their emotions. They have some emotional state, mental state, and you give the logical next step based on their emotions. You have to be very aware of their emotions because they're not going to take the next step if they're not emotionally like in like that's where the flow is going. So leading a woman is just no more influence than you could trigger emotions by how you are, but she feels a certain way, then you lead. And you got to know how to lead. But it starts with knowing where she's at. That's why guys with approaching 1,000 girls, you're going to get some because even randomly, you're going to say the right thing at the right time. But game is being aware. And when you're so aware of that, you don't want to deal with ugly chicks. Just deal with beautiful. And then how much time is it going to take to walk the streets to find a bunch of fine women? Better to go to a venue where they're concentrated. That's where you do game. Guys that do street game or day game or whatever and focus on that, not just do it as they live, are way low on the totem pole of game. And that's what's so frustrating is when you finally contact it, when somebody finally comes in person and contacts it, you're going to see that you haven't started learning game yet. And that's very frustrating for guys. Every guy that spent 10 years in game, 20 years in game, 5 years, 2 years, 2 months, you haven't even started because you've been learning all the wrong things. Anything you've studied about game outside of AZD is wrong if you want the results AZD has. Multiple girlfriends, beautiful, harmony, no clamp on your balls. You meet more women. It's not, but a committed, loyal relationships, no guy headaches, nothing clean. That's unheard of. So if you want that, then I'm telling you, you're learning all the wrong shit. Anybody else you get a reference from? Anybody. Jace the pickup artist, Vince Kelvin, Hypnotica, Mystery, wrong. There's some right things. Mystery clearly right on pickup like that. And AZD gives that lineage for sure. It's like, yes, that's it. That's pickup. But were you going to pick up for the rest of your life or are you going to get into a relationship? And then that mystery method ends there. Relationship. Most guys, especially guys of power, prestige, ambition, you'll want relationships that aren't any kind of headache at all. Or they'll just repel relationships. I don't want relationships. I just focus on myself. They're gay. They're so jaded. They're little boys that are going to try to build multi-million, billion-dollar industry business, but can't handle the pressure of a woman, and they'll crash just the same. They're out of reality. They're in the numbers in the head. They're not contacting reality. The genetics is reality. The genetic body. What's the body doing? If you can't win at that game by itself, then all the other game is just a sandcastle. It's a house of cards. Whatever you build in life, if you're out of reality, then it's going to crash when reality smacks in the face. And that'll, for most guys, be marriage, divorce, smack in the face, or unwanted pregnancy, smack in the face, or some kind of a scandal at work, sleeping with a coworker or employee or something, slap in the face, because you're out of reality. And that's what guys are going to come across. So I communicate with thousands of guys, and everywhere at any given point, somebody's having a tragedy like that. And I'm right there to swoop in and say, you fucker, fuck you. I told you before you fucked up. Now your life is fucked. Are you ready to start yet? I told you. I saw it before. Don't you think that's interesting that I saw the pattern before you lived it? What's it going to take for you to know that I know something about reality, that you're still in the matrix? All those guys that Andrew Tate, everybody they studied, they're still in the matrix because they're in the genetic matrix. They're not out of it, turning the buttons and dials, being aware of it. And so everything's a liability. A man breaks, a man builds is going to break when reality slaps him in the face. And here we are. I'm trying to apply preventative medicine to guys, but most guys will just apply the medicine after the injury. But that's what it is. So AZD University, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Recordings posted in school. It's a school membership. Plus, he has the modules, which is the tech. That's what he teaches on the nervous system and changing your patterns, because that's all it is. It's how you dress, how you groom, how you smell. Everything's a pattern. How you communicate patterns that your nervous system learned. And if you grew up on another side of the world from a baby, you'd have completely different patterns, but you'd still be you. You just got to change your patterns if you want to be the kind of guy that we're talking about here. Apex of your world, apex of your potential, apex version of you. Be the best, fuck the rest. IMC Nation.